Hello and welcome to episode 110. I think so. I always say I should have checked and I never check, so what's the point? I think it's 110 or 11. 10. Let's go with 10. Anyway, hope you had a great week. Or whatever it's been since Monday. Yeah. These whole days off, they just kind of mess with my head. So part of me is really sad that the next week will be a full work week, while the other part is like, oh, well, then I can actually do X, Y, Z in the order it's supposed to be done, because I know what day it is. That's essentially it. Tuesday felt so much like Monday. I won't lie to you. But I won't complain about having only a full day work week the following week. Yeah. The joys of spring and all of the little public holidays shoved in. So, having said the joys of spring and ignoring that it was snowing and hailing yesterday, I have a finished object. Now this is the top. Can't really get much further back. This is the top I talked about last week, and I showed you it was complete. I just wasn't happy with the sleeves because the ends here, the puffy bit, which are I'm still getting used to them. They're still a bit ear-like, but they were like really standing up like ears last week if I'd put it on, which I wasn't going to do because although it looked hilarious, I could do without that image. Yeah. So there is that. This is just a simple, I don't even know, it's a cotton. It's pretty see-through, which is why I'm wearing a strapped top underneath. Because, yeah, very sheer. And it was cheap, it's cotton, it has these fun little, stray hair. Has these fun little knobby bits here. And it's just a nice texture. It's very summery. It's very, I need to wear jean shorts and sandals and big sunglasses and a hat, not to avoid burning really, and go out in the sun. Maybe on a boat. That's the vibe I'm getting from this, at least. Yeah, I like the way it lays over the boobs, and the neck opening is nice and wide. I think it really suits this loose fitting garment thing. The pattern is one I found on Indiso. It's not that I won't recommend the pattern. I think it's called the Anna blouse. I'm pretty sure it's called the Anna blouse. Pretty sure. It's not that I won't recommend it. As said, the fit is lovely. I haven't modified the fit one bit. The neck, the gathers, everything is, well, I said I haven't modified the fit. I did take out the keyhole that was supposed to be here just because it didn't make sense to me to have a keyhole there. It doesn't really make sense to me in the pattern either, but that's just me. What I am puzzled about is the sleeves, because I modified the sleeves to make them wider to actually fit my arms in, and also when you compared the This comes without a short sleeve, which is just barely a sleeve, and the long sleeve, which is not really long, it's 3/4 length, so I didn't have to do anything other than widen it and cut off or make the arm, the scythe, shorter, because there was a considerable difference in height between the short sleeve, which is what I've cut it after now. I just took out the sleeves, took all of the sewings out. These are made with French seams, which can be a pain to sew because you're sewing twice and you're ironing. It should be pressing in between, and so you have 2 seams to rip out as well. So I ripped out all the seams, took off the little cuff down here, and it's just what did I do? I only did it yesterday because I was lazy and couldn't bother to do it. What did I do? Oh yeah, I just ironed it, of course, and I traced the sleeve head from the short sleeve instead. And as you can see, it works out much better. In next version, because there will be a next version, I will use a longer line to gather the sleeve, which will probably hopefully take out some of this standishy thing, which I know is all part of the puff sleeve experience, but I'd like it to be spread out further. But yeah, really happy with it. Wore it a lot yesterday. Basically, I took it on to try it on and to send a photo. And forgot that I was wearing it, and here we are. I'm wearing it again. So yeah. The pattern's very simple. And as I said, it was purchased on Indiso. I'm pretty sure it's called the Anna blouse. Make it if you need something flowy and just need a simple pattern that fits. The hem I did differently because otherwise it's still on the long side, but it would have been too long. So yeah, might consider shortening that. What I did was just fold the hem twice, which meant that I ended up having my edge covered, and I shortened it, and I think it works. It works for me. So yeah, as I mentioned, I am going to make another one, and it's actually going to be the next thing on my cutting board. I didn't order this correctly because I thought, oh, I always do sewing at the end, but when you're sewing, all your sewing talk is basically your finished object. It kind of goes at the top. Anyway, this is the fabric I'm going to make the second version in. There's a bit of texture to it, a bit of play in the colours. Yeah, it's a much drapier fabric than this, which I think will probably drag this down a bit, which I'm fine with. And I did measure out that yes, I do have enough of this. This calls for, I think, 2.5 meters. I only used 2 meters of this. The only thing I didn't cut a neckband. You're supposed to make your own bias strip. I'm fine with it just being of colour. I don't know if I'll make a bias strip out of this. maybe. As you can see, I did it for the sleeves. But yeah, this has already been washed, but it's, as you might be able to tell, it wasn't folded properly when I set it aside, so it has creases, so I need to iron it. Other than that, I'm ready to trace my pattern. And I did modify the sleeve head for the long sleeve now, so that it follows the shorter sleeve, only it's a bit wider up here, and also the gathers are wider. So yeah, basically I graded it from the smaller size of the sleeve, of the long sleeve, because that's what more or less the short sleeve ended up being or ending at, and then grading down to follow the line of the short sleeve, because this is all the short sleeve and it fits, so yeah. I'm not sure this won't be a summary, but it'll be fun, and it'll still be a nice cool fabric to wear. Okay, that's all the sewing. My next project was going to be a pair of shorts with flamingos on them, but while I still have the modifications for this fresh in my head, I'm just going to go ahead and make it, also because it's very simple. If you don't fall into the "oh god, what have I done, why doesn't it fit" trap. Other things I had fit issue with last week that I couldn't show you because I'd already ripped it is Castilled. It's a free pattern published by Filcolena, and I forgot to put in a progress marker, but I was probably on the second section of the yoke. As you can see, I've completed the yoke. I've taken and added extra stitches from the back to the front. Again, back boobs, no back boob. So, and I have started knitting in the round in for the body. And I just ran out of the first skein. I've held, this is cotton wool, 2 strands held together, and when I ripped out my old version that was too big or oddly proportioned, I simply just wound it up in a cake with the 2 strands. So I haven't raised the neck, but I find that doing what I did with pushing more stitches towards the front, it actually raises the back neck a tiny bit, which is, I think, works fine. And I did try it on before splitting the body and the sleeves, and I think it fits. I added an extra repeat. Just the end on these holders here is sharp. Keep stabbing myself with them. Anyway, I added an extra repeat without increases just to add to the length, to make sure it got under my arm, and yeah, hopefully it'll fit. It's yarn, it contains cotton, it can be stretched if it doesn't quite fit, but it fits around, it should fit in the length as well. So yeah, happy with that. It really sucks to be knitting this again, but I'm glad I'm doing it now rather than going, oh, I'll do that eventually. And knowing me, I wouldn't have. It would just have gone out of interest, and I would just have done everything else instead. Now I'm forcing myself to do this. So, yeah. Hopefully, this won't take forever. Last time I knit the sleeves while I waited, knit the sleeves before I knit the rest of the body. I could do that. I haven't decided yet. It's like 4 rows and then a bit of ribbing. It's not like it's going to take forever. I guess it depends on what mood I'm in when I sit down to knit on this again. So yeah. I want to be enthusiastic about this because then I can actually get myself to knit on it. And I am knitting on it. I mean, you can tell I am knitting on it. But it feels more like I'm doing this because I know it'll be good, rather than I'm doing this because I want to knit on it. I want the end product. I want to be able to wear it. It'll be good when it's done. It'll be so nice to wear. It'll be good for summer, it'll be good for now, it'll be good for everything. Just have to knit it. Yeah. I guess this is a bit like second sock syndrome, only a very large sock. The other thing I've been working on, which has also been given some love, is my party top by Abby Enitz. And last time I showed you this, it's over here in the sleeve. I was here. As you can see, I finished knitting down to where I split, and I've done some rows after splitting. This is a short cropped top, so right now I have some straight knitting to do and tiny bit of shaping, just some straight knitting to get it down over my boobs, a tiny bit of shaping and a ribbing for the hem. So it'll be a cropped top which could be worn over a dress or whatever you fancy really. Don't limit yourself. Stop losing stitches. All the rules. The yarn is La Bien Amie Merino DK. The main colour is Drea, named after Andrea Mowry. Of course, this is from a kit for the Comfort Fade cardigan by Andrea Mowry. And this up here is Vespiopeia from the same kit. I like how it sort of blends in without totally blending in. Yeah. Not a whole lot to say. It's a fun little knit. It's on 4mm needles, so it goes faster than other things. I don't know what other things. My Castile is on the same needle size. I think I'm just used to knitting on smaller needles and fingering weight yarn and having a lot of stitches, so this doesn't feel that big around. At the same time, I think in my head it should go faster and it doesn't, so. And really, it's stockinette. You need a distraction when you knit stockinette. I do, at least. But yeah. Can't wait to try and style this with my stuff. And yes, I do need to knit sleeves and all that jazz. But at least the body isn't as long. And the sleeves will be 3/4 length. Or something like it. Now, talking about sleeves. This should be done, right? It has one sleeve. I was knitting on the sleeve last time and I finished it, put the cuff on. Haven't picked up for the other sleeve, and I do know why. And it isn't a good excuse, but it is an excuse. When I've completed knitting both sleeves, I have to seam up the sides. And I know it's not a whole lot I have to seam. This is the distance I have to seam. Twice, of course. But still, it's not a whole lot. But I hate seaming. Also, it's not really... Okay, who am I kidding? It is sort of weather to wear this. But I don't want it to be weather to wear this. But I want to finish it. But I don't want to seam it. Do you see my problem here? I can just, for fun, put it on. Okay, the back is curled into my collar. La la la. Jumpers are so much easier to put on when they're seamed, and you actually have the back. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. So, sleeve, no sleeve. And flappy front. It's going to be nice. I'm going to enjoy it in the fall when I'll feel like wearing it. It still has the same slightly oversized vibe, even though I opted not to make it oversized. But it does have the dropped shoulders, so yeah. It is not as body tight as I would as my Abbey top or Abbey top party top would be. Will be. But yeah. I mean, the colour suits me. The yarn's nice. This is Yelholt Handwerksgarn in the dark red. Not a whole lot to say. It's the Apres-sid from Lane Magazine 7. Could actually wear it with a collared shirt underneath. We shall see. It'll be a lot easier to style when it's actually a finished jumper. Just not feeling the... I just don't want to seam it. Stupid. Silly really, I know. But if it was if we were heading into the fall, I think I would be more enthusiastic about finishing it because I'd be able to wear it, like with a pair of jeans and stuff. We're heading into summer. If I keep saying it, it'll be true. We're heading into summer, and I want all the summer tops. All the summer tops. Did you see this one? Petite knit Sunday tee. Yes, I purchased it, I printed it. I'm looking at some terracotta pumpkinish colorway that I have in Black Hill cotton wool, which is the same as my Castille, which fits the gauge. And for once, it's not mohair, even though it's petite knit. I'm not actually sure whether I'll be doing the XL or the XXL. It depends on my gauge swatch. I need to do a gauge swatch, and if that's spot on, I need to do the bigger one. No, I don't. I need to do the XL and do the same as I've done with my Castille, because I'm pretty sure that the stitch count for front and back, haven't read through this pattern before. Yeah, the front and back is the exact same amount of stitches, so even though the smaller size would give me negative ease, smaller, the XL would give me negative ease of about 3 or 4 centimeters by moving stitches around. It will fit better in the back, and it will give me the room in the front that I need, I think. Maybe. It's a theory. I know it won't give me extra stitches around, but it'll move the proportions around. Or I'll do the larger size and have 7 centimeters of positive ease. Which it recommends between 2 and 8 centimeters of positive ease. I don't know. I'll work it out in my head when I come to it. I have other stuff to finish first. There we are. And I just had a terrible thought. What if I hadn't pressed record? Let's not think about that. Anyway, instead of me rambling about things I haven't really thought through in my head about possible future knits, let's just end it here. And I'll see you on Sunday. I hope you have a great week. And yeah, that's it. Hope you have a great week. Without sleeves. Bye.